beginning of the school year. It was nice that it followed already kind of the curriculum we'd used in the past, so the sequence seemed to follow along, so we kind of got right into it.
So I think in the summertime we actually started doing a little bit of dabbling with it to see what there was.
The Savvis in Visions is really nice because it's user-friendly for teachers, and the students seem to really appreciate like the integration of technology that we can do now.
It's nice that it's so interactive. I like the videos. I like when they have the questions that the kids can come up and move stuff around on the board and try it out. So that's been, I think, the best part of it that we've never had before.
You know, we can manipulate the problems on there, we can solve the problems on there, and then the kids can actually go up and write on the board also, which makes it interactive for the teachers and the students.
There's this big TV you look at, and it's really big, and you can see it really good. We always take turns. If you don't get picked, you get picked next time.
And I definitely was the person at first that was like, how am I going to do this? I want my whiteboard back. And it's been super easy. If I can do it easily, anyone can do it easily.
The kids can go on and play games, which is huge for them, but they're educational games with the topics that we're working on.
And then for some of the kids who are struggling with stuff, you can do like adaptive practice or stuff like that.
So if kids are missing questions, it makes it easier for them. If they're getting them, it challenges them.
There's a lot of animation that goes with the lessons each day, and the students really enjoy. There's workbooks too, so that match the video, which happen to go with. There's posters with characters that align with each topic or unit that we're doing, so they really are getting to know those characters in each unit as we go.
There's the different people every time in the look, and they tell us a little bit about it.
There's connections to literacy, there's connections to science, there's connections to music, and those are great things for like our kids that get the math and you want to push them a little further. It's almost like they're challenges for them.
The curriculum actually promotes the students to use any strategy they'd like that we've learned so far to achieve an answer.
She reads it for us sometimes, and sometimes we have to read it in our head, and then she helps read. And sometimes you have to do it in your head, and sometimes it's hard that you have to use a strategy.
Like some of the time, it literally just asks them, solve however you'd like. And that just opens a range of opportunity for all of our different learners.
Different kids think differently, so when you can have different ways to get those answers, it's really helpful. So I've had kids where the pictures were very helpful, the number lines were very helpful, multiplication works, but then kids that can't multiply very well or don't know their facts very well have a different strategies.
With like what I learned in 4th grade, because we did stuff like this, we had like one specific way and then you couldn't do any other way, but with this one, you can do like anything that works for you.
Actually, it all starts with a solve and share, which is we just put a problem out there that's provided for them and see what they can do. And we don't spend a ton of time on it, but it gets their brains going, and you can see if they're not pigeonholed to one way to solve it. And we share out, oh, how did you solve it? How did you solve it? How did you solve it? And then from there we get into the lesson and show them the multiple ways that things can be solved. And that is really nice because they're not forced to just do one way. They can see that there's multiple ways to solve the problem.
I appreciate that we are taking time to come together. So we have people that were piloting HMH and people that were piloting Savvis, and we were able to talk together so we could compare. So those department meetings to check in with each other and compare was really helpful. And being able to be hands-on, not just look at the book, does this look good, but being able to use it with the kids and see, does it work well, does it not work well?
And to have the trainers available to us, I think was huge. Like anytime we had a question, they were available.
We would be able to ask her all kinds of questions that we had, and she had been a teacher before, so she could completely relate to us. It's always nice to feel like we do have a say in what we will be teaching to the students every day in our classrooms, and it was great that district gave us a lot of opportunity to vote, a lot of opportunity for input.
I mean, every time we met, we spoke very highly of Savvis because we really truly felt like it was a good program for our district to adopt. So we appreciated the fact that our voice was heard and that people had, they listened to what we had to say about it.
They're actually excited for math. So there's a little bit of enthusiasm there every day. And you know, they get through like a nice chunk of time and all of a sudden it's over and they're like, oh, we're done. And, you know, so that's always a good sign, but I am seeing the results with their academics.
I love writing in our books, doing doubles facts and fact families.
I like fractions because you actually use them. I love math because it helps you learn and it's super, super fun.
It's a fun time. You get to learn and you get better at learning.